sought the protection of the court, and we couldn't do it because you continued to violate that. The nature of the violations amounts to criminal harassment under the statute. The impact of the alleged victims, all of them introducing evidence of their mental and physical anguish as a result of your behavior. I am taking in the mitigating factors of your mental health issues, specifically your anxiety and depression, and even though you don't have a formal diagnosis, something is going on with you that we have to figure out. So therefore, I'm not going to throw in the towel and give you the maximum, but I'm also not going to give you what the probation department is asking for. I'm going to give you a harsher punishment, and I will tell you the reason for that. On docket number 2421 CR 368, the QUAP is revoked, the guilty finding entered, 2.5 in the House of Correction, 1 year to serve, the balance suspended for 3 with those conditions. And the reason why I'm doing that, sir, is you do need to serve some jail time for what happened here, but I'm not throwing away the towel. I'm going to give you an opportunity to not have this be the rest of your life, because eventually somebody, like the gentleman on here or someone else, or one of the people's lives you've destroyed is going to come for you, and you are going to turn into the victim, and you might not be around here to answer for that. And I will not stand by and let that happen, but you have to get a hold of yourself, okay, sir? And on 2421 CR 574, the QUAP is revoked, a guilty finding entered, and it's going to be 3 years straight probation from and after 2421 CR 368. Now, further, I am making a finding that if there is a further violation, the sentences are going to run consecutively, and I'm keeping jurisdiction over this. So if you cannot stop this behavior, you're going to do the balance of the suspended sentence, and then you're going to do the entire 2.5 from and after on the new case. You will be in jail for 5 years. So that's what's hanging over your head. So the only thing stopping you right now from getting your life back together and extricating you from this toxic environment online is you. You have to make better choices. You need to leave these people in the past. You need to concentrate on your mental health and getting out of that. Do not let these other people bring you down this rabbit hole. They are using you because they think that you are a fun plaything, and you're a human being, and so are they. And so we need to reset, refocus ourselves on humanity, figure out how you can be a functioning citizen in society without going down this fire hose of a sewer that is part of this. I am adopting all the conditions of the probation department, but I'm adding 3. Number 13, he submit to a mental health evaluation and a follow-up. Number 14, he should be medication compliant. And number 15, he should sign releases of probation regarding mental health treatment and medication.
I have that already. Is that number 12?
I know, but you say sign releases about relevant police reports and discuss
probation
with the conditions.
So the releases, I think, is just the general conditions. Like number.
Okay, well, this is what I have.
Oh, perfect. Oh.
Okay, so let me say to the victims on this case, I am sorry that this happened to you. I find you all to be credible, and the upheaval in your lives of this is not fathomable to this court. I understand what you're saying, and as a parent and a person who has elderly parents as well that I take care of, I feel for you. And this is not what should happen. The tragedy of the internet right now is that it's the marketplace of ideas from what we conceive it to be from Greek and Roman times, where people would come into the square and share their opinions. And part of it is great because people can crowdsource if their child has cancer, or people can find lost loved ones, or people can do runs to help people with diseases they can't afford to fix. That's the great part about it. The horrible part about it is what you have all experienced, where people come to get community, and then when they're there are people who are bad actors. There isn't anything the court can do about that, and I struggle with that on a daily basis because there are people in here all the time on harassment prevention orders and restraining orders whose lives have literally been ruined by this. And the worst part about it is when I have 2 people in here who parent children and they're divorced and all of their vitriol is online for their children to see for the future. That's the worst part about it. And then their children are learning with our smartphones and everything else that they can hide behind the internet and bully other people and be terrible to people, and it's just one big vicious circle. My hands are tied with respect to the maximum penalties on these cases, and I want to explain to you that the reason why I'm not just sending him off to jail is if he can be rehabilitated, that's important to the court and part of my job. If he cannot, however, the way I've structured the sentence is he will not pass go, he will not collect $200, he will go to jail for the maximum penalty. And so I know I'm not doing what you want me to do, but that's the reason that I've taken the steps that I'm taking. So again, I'm sorry that this happened to you. I do think that somebody who would act like this obviously is not right in the head, so we're going to try to see if we can fix that. And I wish you luck. Thank you.
The year-end date would be May 19th.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Lynn, I need 6 pages of findings. I don't know if you want them from your thing, because this is but it can't make it. Can I make all of them? Yeah.